I started on YouTube a long freaking time ago. It's been, like 7 years. And boy, if I knew then what I know now, this whole journey would have been like way different. I would have more subscribers now if I knew then what I know now. Like, oh my gosh, there would be so much different. And I kind of want to be that voice for you. Like, I kind of want to give you advice from future me that past me wishes I would have done. So if I was starting a YouTube channel today, what would I do differently? That's kind of what we're going to talk about in this video. This video is sponsored by Uscreen. More on them in a minute. Hey, howdy, hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Jessica. I'm pumped that you're here. And I'm talking about one of my most favorite topics today, YouTube. I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning of my YouTube channel, and honestly, I still make a lot of mistakes now. And a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. Like, I have a whole community about teaching YouTube strategy and all the things. And so many people will come to me and be like, well, this person is doing this and they're growing. And I'm like, yeah, but it's still not right. And people are just getting lucky. Or, yeah, but watch, they're not going to grow because they're doing that. Because there's so many mistakes you can make on the YouTube platform. But we're going to talk about 4 specifically that are things that I would 100% do today if I was starting on YouTube now versus 7 years ago. Oh, and by the way, this might be advice for my current self because there might be a channel that I'm starting today or now or soon. More on that later. Oh, also, look how cute. I got a new Stanley Cup and it has speckles and it's like lime green. Love it so much. The very number one thing, and this is the number one thing, like I would not put anything else above this. If I took one thing from this video and said, this is what I'm going to do if I'm starting over with a channel, this would be it. And that is to focus way less on search and focus way more on creating good content that's going to get in the homepage of the people who want to see my stuff. Now listen, I know that this is easier said than done because I can tell you to create good content that gets in the homepage, but you're going to be like, how the heck do I do that, Jessica? I get it. We'll talk about it. But the reason I say this is because search is awesome. Search is cool. Search is a thing. Search is, necessary. And YouTube is a really big search engine. YouTube is the number 2 search engine in the world, only behind Google, and Google owns YouTube. So pretty big deal, right? And you can grow a channel on YouTube heavy on search. I did it. This is why it's something I would do differently. But anyway, you can. I did it. I continue to do it. It's a thing and it is awesome. But it will back you into a corner super freaking fast. And it will also set you up with a bunch of subscribers who don't care about you or the rest of your content. And nobody wants that. Think about it. I'm going to the YouTube and I'm saying how to fix my toilet or how to set up my new iPhone or whatever, right? And I am clicking on a video that pulls to me the most, and I'm watching that video and I'm doing the thing and I am leaving. I am not sticking around to watch more of their videos. I might have liked them in the way that they helped me, but that probably doesn't matter too much. I just got the help I needed, and that's it. I'm done. That is what you're building with search. You're building up a group of people who might subscribe and might watch your videos, but don't actually care to come back for anything else and don't care about you. What we want as YouTubers, as people who are wanting to grow on the platform, we want people who want to watch us, people who want to come back for more of what we're talking about. Like, that is the ideal situation. So I would focus way less on trying to be found in search and way more on trying to be found in home. And the way to do that, by the way, is to create really good content with really intriguing titles and thumbnails for a specific subset of people so that YouTube can say, hey, this video is obviously liked by this type of people. Let's show it to more of these people. It's not as formulaic and it's a little bit harder, but I promise that in the end, it will pay off way better than trying to go for search. So if I was gonna start over, that would be the number one thing I would do. I would focus on creating really good content that gets found on the homepage and in suggested videos and get content out into the YouTube algorithm that YouTube wants to show to my people, and I would focus way less on search. Now, I said a second ago that part of that strategy and how you do that is to focus on thumbnails and titles. The number 2 thing I would do differently would be to go hard on thumbnails and titles. Now, I've always been pretty decent at thumbnails. Like, this has always been something that has not been a hard thing for me. I understand thumbnails. I understand the job of thumbnails. I can teach thumbnails fairly well. I understand that they're really important. And I've always been pretty good at utilizing my thumbnail to get people to click on my videos. Like, this is just a snapshot of my old thumbnails where the crazier the face, the better, because I knew people would click on it. Because that's what people liked to do back then and still like to do now, but it's a little different now. But titles are just as freaking important. Your thumbnail and your title are so important, and so many people take them as like afterthoughts. They create the content and then they're like, oh, let me grab a screen grab in my video for my thumbnail. And then they're like, let's title it this. Your title and your thumbnail idea should honestly come before the content. You should be thinking about what title is going to get this in front of the right people and make them want to click. Then, what thumbnail can I create for this audience that makes them want to click on this video versus the other videos they're going to see on their homepage or suggested or whatever. I've got a million videos on my channel about titles and thumbnails, so I'm not going to do a masterclass on that right now, but I would go hard on thumbnails and titles. Third thing that I would do differently if I was starting YouTube today, and that would be to create multiple streams of income from the jump. Like, what I see is 2 different camps, and we've talked about this before, but we have the business owner camp and we have the YouTuber creator camp. And we have the business owners who are getting on YouTube to grow their brand, right? And the whole goal on that is to send people to their email list or whatever so that they can grow their brand, and that is all they're focused on, is selling their own products. Then you have over here the creator who gets on YouTube, and likely all they're focused on at first is trying to get monetized on YouTube. Both of those are wrong. Both people need to be taking advantage of the multiple streams of income that can happen from YouTube super freaking easily. We've got your own products and services, obviously. We've got being monetized and having YouTube AdSense money, obviously. But we've also got affiliate marketing, brand deals, digital products, courses, physical products. We have lots of freaking ways to make money on the YouTube platform. And if I were to start YouTube today, I would absolutely build out these multiple streams of income right now. Like, I wouldn't wait. I would start trying to build them. And one of the ways that I would create multiple streams of income would be by creating a membership that makes moolah and nurtures the snot out of my community. So let's talk about today's sponsor, Uscreen. Ugh, I wish so badly that Uscreen was a thing when I first started, because it's beautifully designed, made specifically for bingeable content, and it's perfect for anybody wanting to create a suite of courses or a members only community. Not only can you have a Netflix style experience ready for your members so they can binge your content like crazy, but you get a community platform built in. So you can chat with your members, create connections, and make them feel like a true part of the community. Oh, and my favorite part of Uscreen, the app. With a TV, browser, and mobile app, your community members can watch their favorite content from anywhere on a white labeled app that makes you look too cool for school. This allows you to push notifications out to your members to let them know when you've created new content, or you're gonna go live, or when there's a conversation going on in your community that you think they need to check out. Your content and membership is in your members' pockets in an app built by Uscreen that looks like you built it. That's magical. Literally everything is one place where you can create a community, deliver never before seen on-demand content, and blow their socks off with a membership that they're gonna be begging to pay for, while making recurring revenue to help you pay the freaking bills as a creator or business owner, and while having multiple streams of income really easily. If you want to check out Uscreen for yourself, go to heyjessica.com/Uscreen. And when ask you how you heard about Uscreen, tell them I sent you. And thank you again, Uscreen, for sponsoring this video. This last thing that I would do today differently than I did 7 or 8 years ago would be that I would go balls to the wall. Like, I would just go. I would create as much content as possible. I would throw spaghetti at the wall. I would go balls to the wall and make sure that I was creating enough content to where YouTube thought, wow, this person is really giving us what we need and creating content that X, Y, or Z person needs to see or find, and we need to show more of her content. Like, when I first started, it was a very regimented once a week, and then it went to twice a week, and that's great. Like, that's awesome. Like, a schedule and things like that is going to help you keep your content flowing. But a lot of times in the beginning, what I did, and a lot of times in the beginning, what I see other people do, is that it's just kind of a haphazard strategy. Like, oh, well, I missed a video this week. Oh, well, or like, oh, like I just, once a week is fine. No, I would go balls to the wall. I would have 2 or 3 videos a week, just go absolutely balls to the wall creating content. And if you don't know what kind of niche you want to go after, I would absolutely throw spaghetti at the wall in the niche department and try as much content as possible to see what YouTube wants you to create content about. You know how Target, how there's like that saying that like you don't go to Target to get what you need, like you go to Target and let Target tell you what you need? YouTube's kind of the same way. Like, yes, of course, you can create a channel on what you want to create a channel about, but a lot of times you will create content at the right time for the right person, and YouTube will show you that that is the type of content it hopes that you'll create. But you really can't do that if you're not going balls to the wall and creating a lot of content. Okay, so if I was starting YouTube today, those are the things that I would do differently than what I actually did 7 years ago. And honestly, there's probably a million more things, but these are the top 4 that I know for sure I would do if I were starting over, which I kind of am, but you'll hear more about that later. And if you want to learn more about getting started on YouTube, I've done a ton of videos about that. So I'll pop a few across the screen right now for you to go give a look-see to, so that if you're just getting started on YouTube, you can get started off on the right foot. All right, that's all for me today, y'all. Bye.